So you've run your tree, you like it, you've adjusted it just the way you want, and now it's time to prepare it for publication. So how do you do that? So let's go to one of our tree jobs, click down here onto the jobs, monitor. It reopens the page, rewrites the page, and I'll take a tree that I like. So I'll take this one. And I've highlighted it. Remember, when I click on anything, it populates the vertical green bar with possible downstream functions. And I want to view the tree. We've looked at it in the HTML, but what I'm going to show you is how to manipulate the tree in FigTree to get a better figure that you can use in a publication. This is a Newick file. These are the instructions for building the tree that something like FigTree can interpret, but this is with genome IDs. As a biologist, I want to see the names, not the IDs. So let's click on Detail Files, this folder. And here you'll see down at the bottom, Trimmed Endosymbiont Tree with genome names. That's the one I want. So I click there, and I'm going to click Download. And I'll just say save the file. It'll save it into my download folder. And you know what? I'm going to click Download and open it for you too, just so you can see what a Newick file looks like. Believe it or not, these are the instructions for building a tree, and this viewer can interpret that. So you can go to FigTree and download the data here. It's a really nice little viewer. I like it a lot. I have it downloaded, so I'm gonna go back to Patrick there, click on FigTree. I'll make it bigger so that you can see it. Get this out of the way, and you'll have to see this along the side unless I pull it over a little bit more. Okay, so this is what the FigTree looks like when you open it on the computer. And I will go in File, and I'll ask it to open. And it gives me a dialog box with my computer, and I'm going to go to Downloads, and I'm going to click on Date Modified. So here's the one I want, the one with genome names. And I'll click this one actually, click Open. Now this one always asks, this is to show the Bootstrap values, and FigTree notices that we have something for that. It just wants us to name it so that we can find it. I always call it support. You can call it A, it doesn't matter. Okay, this is originally how it opens, and you see you don't see any Bootstrap values. You see a lot of noise, well, not noise, but a tree that's hard to interpret. So I go up into Tree, always, and I click on Midpoint Routing. It's figuring out where the midpoint of the tree is. And then it's going to rearrange the tree. And another thing I like to do is go into Tree and click on Increasing Node Order. Now that's looking better. That's the way I like to see a tree. In any of these, I can go in, and for tip labels, I can click that, and I can increase the size of the genome so that we can see those better. I can go into Node Labels, open that up, click on that, and that's FigTree's interpretation. But if I click on, let me show you again, under Node Ages, click down and Support. Those are my values. Those are the Bootstrap values. You can increase the size of those if you wanted, or decrease them. This is actually a nice tree. It's got a nice number of genomes in it, and it looks pretty good. Let's see, appearance. I can go in and I can increase the length of the lines if I wish. There's just a number of things that you can play with to make this as attractive as possible. I can go in and increase the scale bar down at the bottom, and then increase the font size there so that you can see the substitutions. And so when I get everything kind of the way I want, and just let me point out how beautiful the support values are on this tree. Really nice. I think it looks really good. When I get it to just the way I wanted, I can export it as a PDF, a scaled vector graph, a PNG, or a JPEG. And those are all things that I can generally, journals sometimes like JPEGs. You'll just have to figure out what exactly it is that that the journal requires of you, but there are all sorts of things you can do with it in here. And FigTree is a very nice little program to be able to manipulate your tree. In the last video, I'm going to show you how to find help on your tree, and where it describes the algorithms that we use, and talk about citing all these statistics that you'll need to cite in your tree, and how you credit us and the people who wrote the original parts of the tree, the parts of the tree pipeline that we combine in our pipeline. Thanks a lot. Bye.